Quantifiers Part 3. Do you remember this graph? Well, in this video, we're going to be focusing on quantifiers for only count nouns and only non-count nouns. Take a look at all of these quantifiers. Which of these quantifiers can be used with count nouns? An example of a count noun is bicycles. Well, you would be left with these: many, a couple of, a few, several, and a number of. Let's put these words into two categories: large quantities and small quantities. Many is the most commonly used for large quantities, while a few, a couple of, a number of, which means the same as several, are the most common. A number of can actually be used for both quantities. If you say a small number of, well, that means small quantities. And if you say a great number of or a large number of, then of course you mean large quantities. Other quantifiers for only count nouns include each and every, and both refer to singular nouns as members of a group. Each emphasizes the individual, often focusing on differences. Here are some examples. Each book tells a very different story. Each cover is a different color. Every focuses on the group and similarities in the group. Every book is enjoyable to read. Every book has a hard leather cover. Now let's take a look at these words again. Which of these quantifiers can be used with non-count nouns? An example of a non-count noun is sand. Well, here we are: much, a bit of, a large amount of, a little, a great deal of. Now let's put these into categories as well. Categories for only non-count nouns: large quantities and small quantities. For large quantities, you can use much, a great deal of, and a large amount of. And for small quantities, a little, a bit of, or even a little bit of, and then of course, a small amount of. Let's try a quick exercise. Fill in the blank with a quantifier. Make sure to look at the pictures and remember glass is a count noun. Well, here's the answer. A couple of the glasses had wine in them, but many of the glasses were empty. Let's try another one. Fill in the blank with a quantifier. And remember, heat is a non-count noun. Did you get this right? You would say a candle can provide a little bit of heat, but a campfire can provide a great deal of heat. Great job. Let's do one more. Relying on this picture, we would say this store carries a large amount of jewelry. Jewelry, remember, is a non-count noun. Manhattan is famous for having a great number of towers. Towers is a count noun. All right, I think we're ready to move on to part 4. In part 4, we will be discussing common mistakes using quantifiers. See you soon.